Okay, so we just started our new chapter which was forms and function in plants. In that we were discussing macronutrients. Nitrogen and phosphorus was done last video. Today we are going with the potassium. Oh, sorry. So let's start. First thing, this potassium help in a lot of things. This is quite important because this help in or control opening and closing of stomata. Closing of stomata. Then first thing, in that we have so many types. So let's start with the first one. Here you will see a leaf which will, like on downward side you will see few openings. That openings are called as stomata, and these are only present on one side. So when you see these are present on one side, that term is called as this term specifically have a name which is monoecious. Mono, wherever you just see word mono, which means one, so this means anything one side. So mono word simply means one. So this only one side opening. Then if you see a leaf where on the upper side as well as on down side, on both sides you'll see few kind of opening. That's called as two types of opening. That's called a bifacial. The bi word means two, so I'm sure it's clear to you. Then opening on the both side, upper and lower side. So on upper side that's called as adaxial. On upper side it's called as adaxial. On downward side it's called as abaxial. Then these stomata which are present on both side, stomata, these are present on both side because these have a major function. What? First thing, transpiration. Second is gases exchange. Transpiration is cooling effect. This simply means providing cooling effect by losing water by in form of like vapors or liquid drops like. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our major points. So let's start. First thing, these are essential activator for enzyme. Activator for enzyme. How? It's like if this is a enzyme, downward we have a substrate, so sometime any kind of activator is required, which is potassium. Potassium as an activator is required in order to make sure that this enzyme work nicely. So sometime we need activator, and here activator is required, which is potassium. And this is also very much important for important for formation of peptide bond, peptide bond which is present in proteins. When like this the amino acid chain, when these are combined and they form these amino acid, so when they combine they form protein, and the combination or the chain between them is called as peptides. So I'm sure it's clear to you. So that's important for formation of peptide bond, and these also help in carbohydrates metabolism. So I'm sure it's very much clear to you. Like if you just summarize all the points, it's like having role in stomata, and these all essential as an activator for enzyme, important for formation, closing, opening of stomata. All things are here, but of course there would be not disadvantage, but if we see deficiency, what if we don't have potassium in plants? So we'll see deficiency. So let's see what will happen if we don't find potassium in the amount which is required for plants. First thing, their deficiency, leaf will turn into dual color, which means having two colors. We know that there are only one color, which is green, but they will turn into dull or bluish color as well. Leaf, dull or bluish color. And for more thing, you will see chlorosis process. Chlorosis is simply where chlorophyll amount decreases, mean lack of chlorophyll. This mean there's lack of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what? Green pigment. And we know when we don't have green pigment in the amount required, the leaf, if this is leaf, this is in green color, so this will turn into yellow color like this will turn into yellow color. So I'm sure it's very much clear. And you'll also see one more point, which is internode length becomes short. So if this is the plant, stalk to plant, like this line. So here is nodes, the difference between nodes, this the node difference, so this will become shorter if there would be potassium deficiency. Otherwise normally it would be quite big, like you might have seen plants leaves like these, but here antinodes, this difference become a little smaller, so that's why they become shorter internode. So I'm sure it's very much clear to you. And yes, this is all. So I'm sure it's clear to you. We'll come with the next video. Till that, bye bye.